We're going live in 2, 1. Can't say 2 or 1.
Stop nodding.
Yeah. You guys, you're nodding. Anyway, kombucha lemonade. Ginger lemonade.
Oh.
You guys are
Interesting.
Yeah. Dude, as soon as we went live, my screen started freezing.
Really?
Yeah, on my end.
Oh, no.
Or is yours?
Yeah, I didn't see it on mine.
Am I freezing on your end?
No.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just roll with it then.
Okay.
But yeah, I got these bookcase earrings for Erin for Christmas, and I already gave them to her. Like, we just started giving each other our gifts, and they look like little tiny like bookcases with like books on them. This lady like hand makes them.
Oh wow!
And Chad Park's wife, Lauren, suggested them because they both my wife and Chad's wife reads all the time. And she was like, "Oh my God, I saw these!" And like somebody local to Blue Springs, Missouri, makes them. So I ordered them from like, I don't know, it was like an Instagram page or something.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
I haven't even started my Christmas shopping yet. I'm always one of those last minute people.
I'm the worst.
I have to get my dad a coffee maker, I guess. He wants this. Did you already get him that? I'm looking at my sister. Did you get him that yet already? No? So my dad wants this coffee thing where you put these little like things that are pre-made in the coffee thing, and then you shut it, and then it makes coffee.
A Keurig?
A Keurig? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And that's what he wanted, so I got to get him that. And then
I have one you can just have. It doesn't work very good.
And then I don't know what to get my wife. My wife's really hard to shop for because she already has
mine too.
I was going to get her some earrings, and I went to go see Ayub Talha. I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right. But Ayub Talha, he's a RC car guy. He's really into those German construction equipment things.
Yeah.
Like
he's got have like actual like hydraulics
and everything. He's got a whole thing in his basement set up.
Just like a sandbox?
Basically. Yeah. And cool. He works at Borsheim's, and I looked at a new necklace there. And about fell over. But they're pretty though.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't really know what to do. Emerson watches this. So I'm not going to tell you what I might be getting Emerson.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Boy, I don't know. And my sister, I got to get her something cool because all the work that those two do, Margie and Richard.
Yeah.
I was going to build him a Star Trek model. We've got that 350th scale Star Trek model at the store. You can build one of 3 versions. You can build the Pilot Enterprise, the second Pilot Enterprise, or the Series Enterprise. You can build one of the 3, and it's huge. It's like 3 feet long.
Yeah, full sized, huh?
Yeah. So I don't know. I wouldn't be able to build it in time for Christmas. I was thinking about maybe trying to like hire somebody to build it, like Jay. Remember Jay? Model guy?
Yeah.
I was going to see how much he would charge to build it.
Does he still work at the other store?
No, he doesn't work at Hobbytown at all, but I wish he did. We need a model guy.
Yeah.
Like a legit.
Is he the beautiful machine guy?
He's the beautiful machine guy. Yeah.
So I think you could find that video on YouTube.
It's on Vimeo. Vimeo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's where I find it. It's not on YouTube. It's on Vimeo.
Okay.
So
well, you described the story, Alex.
So if you go to hold on, if you go to, let me see if I can find it real fast. Vimeo, Atlantis Space Shuttle. I'm sure our watchers love watching me use Google while we're on the thing.
Yeah, I do too. It's great. It's like your signature move.
I found it.
Google.
Final launch STS 135, but this is Gordon Lang. This is not him.
Oh.
It's on Vimeo. I know it's on Vimeo because that's where I found it before. But basically, if you look up, if
you're in for a real treat.
I don't understand how a video like that. The more times, every time I see it, it makes me laugh so hard that I almost pass out.
We should start sharing it.
We should, but how does that not go viral? Like something like that should go viral, right?
After you tell the story, I'll have something to add to it. Well, but, yeah.
So basically, we had this guy that worked for us, super nice guy, very knowledgeable of models. He was remember that? He's really into space and space shuttle. So I felt like I still have something to talk about with him. He's really into Star Trek, Star Wars, all that stuff. Anyways, so he went to the final Atlantis launch and he videoed it, and he was counting down in the video, and he was off. He wasn't off. What happened was they momentarily stopped it for something. I remember I was watching a documentary on it, and then it started again like 30 seconds or 45 seconds later. So then he recounts, and then he goes and it launches, and he's getting video of it, and I mean the dude almost starts crying in the video. He's so happy, and then he calls Atlantis a beautiful machine.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful. It's
go, you beautiful machine.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. But it was it's honestly, I rewatched it recently, and it was so organic though. As just somebody who's a pure fan of science and space shuttles. When I was a kid, we all wanted to be on the space shuttle. So I kind of, when I first saw it, I almost made fun of it. I still kind of make fun of it, kind of. But okay, I make fun of it still all the time. But still, the thing is it's a very organic moment. But that video should have gone viral. Like somebody should have found it, sent it into like Tosh or something like that.
Well, so what year was that? Was that like 12, 13?
2000.
Something like that.
10, 11.
Yeah, okay. So after that, I'm trying to think of which car I was driving. Like it might have been the B4 then in 2010. And like whenever like I'd win a club race or something, I'd go Associated B4.2, you beautiful machine. On the driver's stand.
The problem with that is it's such an inside joke. Like everybody watching this show right now is not going to know what we're talking about. You got to go to get some context. You got to go find it.
They will now. Yeah. They'll know now.
Oh my God. That was pretty funny though.
Yeah. Scott and I used to do that all the time. Or like when we first got like the Makita drills or something, we were like, Makita drill, you beautiful machine. Like we definitely wore it out quickly.
No, I know.
But it's definitely funny to talk about again because I haven't probably said that in, I don't know, 10 years.
It's been a while, yeah. It's been a while. It's crazy how time goes by. I don't think he's worked for us for 10 years now.
Yeah. There's that time that Jay put his arm around that gal with the arm in a sling, and she's like, ow!
Yeah, I was shocked. That's a funny story. So like Jay's got a lot of empathy for people, like it's just who he is. And this poor lady came in and she was clearly unhealthy. Like she was walking with a cane, she had her arm in a sling and all this other stuff. And Jay was talking with her for a while, like half hour. And then at the end, he tried to like give her a hug and she like screamed at the top of her lungs, ow, like super loud. And he was like, oh. And I'm like, dude, why did you go in and try to hug a customer you just met? Like,
Yeah.
I don't touch people.
No.
No.
No,
you shouldn't try to touch people.
This is still like really funny.
I mean, you know what though? I gotta say that I was trying to like come across as more sympathetic and empathetic, I guess, is that a word? A couple years ago.
Oh.
Trying to change my mindset about stuff. And I used to like pat people on the arm or pat people on the back. I don't know if I still do that or not. Do I still do that? I don't think I do.
You never touched me.
I'm not a toucher. What are you talking about? I touch you.
Oh yeah, yeah, you do.
I rubbed my penis on your leg the other day.
You did?
Yeah, remember when we went in for a hug and I long stroked your leg.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it happens so often. I just forgot about it. Just plain didn't even acknowledge it.
I think that's why one of our kids quit. Sam.
Who? Gangenbach?
I think I drove Sam to quit because I pulled that move on him as
Sweet,
as a joke.
How old was he?
17, 18. I made him so uncomfortable he quit.
Nice.
Dang it. Anyways, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh,
probably this show is brought to you by Pivot Lending.
That's true. Yeah. Hey, this is Alex Sturgeon with the Hobbytown Hobbyplex in Omaha, Nebraska, the original, and with me as always,
the original Will Brinton.
And we're here to talk about mostly the Techno Series this week, kind of our Techno Series breakdown. We had another big turnout and a lot of fun this weekend. As always, this show is brought to you by Pivot Lending Group. You can find them at pivotlending.com. Mention our show to Don Zoller or Aiden Olson's dad, and you can get yourself a $500 lender credit or 0.125 off your interest rate if you go through with a home loan or a refinance.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Hey, just real quick, I want to go over some stuff that came in the store today.
Ooh, what's new?
Yeah, this is kind of a impromptu what's new. Here's the thing. Mondays are my day off.
New?
Mondays are my day off, but I still look at my Facebook feed, and I still kind of know what's going on sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes. So we got in just now a Savage X.
Ooh, that takes me back.
Yeah, an HPI Savage X 4.6 big block.
Oh,
I didn't even know that HPI was still around making stuff.
Do the parts from the old ones still fit on it, like a T-Max style?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be nice.
But here's
I remember the Savage being really time-consuming to work on.
Yes.
Because you had to take the whole side off of it to get the engine out. So you'd have a guy with the blown clutch.
Yes.
He's like, it's not like 4 screws, it's like 50.
I have a list of cars that I despise working on, and one of them was very high on the list was a Savage X.
Yeah.
How many times has HPI been sold? Because I remember at the convention one year when you and I were there that they had an HPI booth, and I remember walking by going, huh? HPI? And I walked in there, and it was a totally new person, and he was telling us about how things are really going to get rolling for HPI again and blah, 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 blah. And then like 6 months later, nothing. And then it happened again. And to be honest with you, whenever we can get our hands on them, we do order in like the Sprint kits, the Sprint 2.
Yeah.
Because they've got some cool bodies for them. And it seems like my thought was they were trying to get those out because they were trying to get stuff that they could turn around and sell, build up some cash flow, and then maybe go on. Because remember at one time, I think the downfall of HPI was they had a book of cars at one point.
Yeah.
That was like this big. I mean, here's my Kickstart. It was like thick of different cars that they had. Because
like their dealers manual.
Yes, it was huge. They had I felt like they almost had too many because a lot of them were just repopped versions of somebody else's car with an HPI sticker on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, Traxxas used to have that big manual too.
They still do.
But
at least their stuff sells.
Yeah, no, I heard that. But like HPI. Okay, so I remember like I think it was when I was in high school still. It was when I was working at the store full time or whatever. And HPI came in and they gave us a fifth scale, they gave us Savage, like all these demos. Firestorm, Nitro Firestorm. There's like some other ones. I think even like HPI Micros did demo. And they had a Hobbytown exclusive vehicle.
It was
And it had
Firestorm.
was it the
Yeah.
Firestorm, the electric brushed one that came with the
Yes.
battery and charger?
Yes.
Okay. And it was all like 2.4 and everything was like revamped, and it was like a really cool deal. And then it's just like the floor fell out from under the whole thing, and I never really did find out what happened. But it was like it seemed like it was going to work really well. Like the whole thing, the margins were good, and they just didn't make a go of it.
Hobbytown for a long time. So Hobbytown was trying to get their hands on a ready to run truck or buggy for under $200.
Oh yeah,
that they could carry in the store, and that's kind of where Helion kind of came from.
Mm-hmm.
And but before Helion, they tried it with that Firestorm. So we got it. I remember we got it on it. It was a decent truck.
Yeah,
but it was right at the end of the HPI run, and then all of a sudden HPI went away.
Yeah, that, and then they had remember the S Max? Wasn't that a Hobbytown exclusive? The Sport Max. It was that 2-wheel drive. What was it? 2-wheel drive T Max.
Was it a Hobbytown exclusive?
I thought it was.
I did a write up for that truck for Hobbytown's magazine.
Oh really?
Back in like 2002 or something like that, 2003.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's so weird. I'm still looking for the J video, and
Google that ship sailed. That shuttle has launched.
Google has actually, look at this. This is the first time I've ever seen this happen. Google has no suggestions.
Maybe he took it down.
He might have taken it down. Weird. More new stuff. So the HPI thing, I don't know. I saw that today and I was like, wow, I didn't even know we ordered that. So if you're an HPI fan and looking for that, I know we've got spur gears back in, because that was the big thing about. I felt bad for Savage people. They'd come in and I'd be like, man, I don't know what to tell you. We don't have any parts.
Yeah.
And then I found some spur gears a little while back.
Yeah. There was guys on that website like breakyourtruck.com or whatever. You remember that?
Yeah.
The basher thing. And I think that, what was it? The Savage was like the most durable of all the vehicles.
Yeah.
But it was just a pain in the butt to work on.
Yeah.
Like it was literally built like a tank, and you had to work on it like a tank.
Yep.
Like it had to come completely apart to get to anything.
There was an era there where a lot of the ready to run stuff was not very easy to work on.
Yeah.
I mean, the T-Max generally has never been easy to work on. The Revo is terrible.
And yeah, the Revo is probably worse than the T-Max.
I think it's worse than I think the Revo is worse than a Savage to work on, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't
so if
think
you break something like a bulkhead on a Revo, you gotta take the whole truck apart. They're like buried in there.
Yeah.
Or heaven forbid you break something in the Revo transmission.
What? Ugh. There's just those 8 screws on the bottom in there, and it lifts out.
Then you got to do the cups and got to get all the crap out of the way. The linkages. If you're doing the nitro one, you got to get like the brake linkages, the extra linkage things or whatever, and you should just take the Opti drive and throw it in a river.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, David Olson's on here.
David.
Speaking of pivot. What did we also get in the low CB mini B rollers. So they're the mini B roller with a clear body and a couple of the like more sought after upgrades on the car.
Huh.
So Emerson may or may not be getting one of those for Christmas. Put it that way, unless we sell out.
I wish Associated would get back into the mini market.
Dude, Tiny Tuesdays has been fun. We've been getting more than 20 entries now for the last couple of weeks.
I'd come up probably once a month or something to do that.
4 or 5 heats.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a good time.
That would just take me back. You know?
We use the whole track. We don't make it near as intricate as a Saturday, but we still have a couple jumps out there and some sort of washboard section, and it's a blast. If I get Emerson this, and then I'll take his car and make it mine, then we'll have 2.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That will be cool. And then, what else did I want to talk about real quick. There's so you know the new Macs? You know about that?
There's a new one?
So yeah, so here's the deal. So Traxxas released a new version of the Max. It's a little bit longer and it has the wide Max on it. And it got leaked that places in Europe already had it.
Oh no.
Before they actually announced it. So the Traxxas Facebook pages and stuff were going kind of crazy. And then you had people were calling into Hobbytown. Like I looked at the Hobbytown management page. We've got our own like private management page.
Yeah, I used to be in it.
There was a lot of like, has anybody else heard about this thing and blah 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 and I was like, yep, saw it the other day on Facebook, and so I saw. You know who Gary O'Brien is?
Yes.
So he runs. Is this track 405 Raceway?
Yeah.
In Oklahoma, Oklahoma City.
He has the Bigfoot race.
Yeah, the Bigfoot race.
Yeah.
And an indoor
he's a nice guy.
Yeah, indoor carpet off road. His store actually has some right now.
Really?
So I think that means that we'll be getting them very soon. We're usually a day behind. So because of our shipping zone, I think we're usually a day behind. So it would not surprise me if we get one in tomorrow.
Can you ship them as soon as you have them, or is there a leakage issue?
I don't think this one's going to be one of those where we get them and we got to hold on to them and wait. I think when we get them, we can sell them. So I'm going to if it does come in tomorrow, I should be able to do an unboxing on it.
Yeah.
So that'll be really good.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And that's about it for what's new that I can think of. I just took some pictures today. Oh, speaking of what's new, my son Emerson, remember him, right?
Yeah.
He went in for an interview today.
Where at?
At Hobbytown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mr. Emerson will never work at Hobbytown.
Yeah. So
he use you as a reference?
He did. So he's hired.
Oh.
So he will probably be working on Mondays and Saturdays because those are days that I don't work in the store.
Yeah.
And
so you're going to take the trash out?
Exactly. I told him, I said, dude, first off, if you do ever work when I'm there and I tell you to do something and you give me that face that you normally give me, like I'm going to let Ken know because he's your boss, not me.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ken. My kid's just not working out.
Yeah, my kid's just not working out. We gotta let him go. So that was interesting and fun. And then I gotta ask you a question. Did you sleep yesterday? Or I should say, how late did you sleep yesterday?
Oh, noon or 11,
That's
something like
bad.
that.
I basically
I didn't get home until 2:30.
Yeah, I don't remember yesterday at all.
Yeah.
So we'll get to it here, but I
texted you. I texted you when I was going to bed.
Yeah, what time was that? Hold on.
It was like 2:30.
Get into my texts here.
Yeah, don't read them. Don't read that.
Oh, that's right. About 2:30 in the morning. So
I don't think I went to bed until like 3:30.
No, I know. I slept until like 4 p.m. yesterday. I tried to wake up because I've been watching Star Trek Discovery and I wanted to take the day off and just try to get through as many episodes as I could. And I made it through about at like 11 or so. My wife got me up. I made it through like a half hour and then I fell asleep on the couch and I didn't wake up again till like 4 o'clock. And then I still today even I like woke up my regular time, 9 a.m. in the morning, and I felt terrible, like throbbing headache. Went back to sleep. I didn't really wake up for real until about 1.
You had a nitro hangover?
Big time nitro hangover.
I don't really get the headache anymore. I get like my body has like no drive. Like yeah, like I just feel like silly putty.
Yesterday I was not lucid. I mean, I was just I was out.
That's
of it.
me.
Yeah. Doing better today though.
Yeah.
Doing a lot better.
I'm wearing a pair of pants that I got from the vault of my clothes from a while ago. That's a good feeling.
Oh yeah, because you're like thinning out.
Yeah. I was pretty proud of that. Like, because I bought these and then I got fat. I only wore them like 2 or 3 times. So was like, yes, close again.
Saturday made me feel like I needed to go buy a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
I haven't worn a pair of jeans in a long time. I haven't had a good pair of jeans in so long that I when it gets cold out, I have pants, but I want like an actual pair of jeans again.
Oh, I blew a bearing.
Gas truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Front wheel bearing.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
She sounds kind of crunchy monkey up there.
Oh yeah, and then one more thing before I move on. Do you remember me whining and complaining about the dirt oval thing?
Yeah.
So for those that are watching, I was kind of grumpy at the end of the night Saturday, Sunday morning, because I had it in my head that we were racing dirt oval the next day. I could have swore we were racing dirt oval the next day, and so I pulled a bunch of pipe and got it ready because I was going to come in at like 6 a.m. with the tractor and just try to work it in as best I could. I got home and I started thinking about it. I'm like, I better double check that schedule. That's just messed up. And so I double checked it, and sure enough, dirt oval is next Sunday, or this coming up Sunday, the 19th.
Yeah.
So I'm stupid. And so remember I texted you and I'm like, I am so happy right now that I can just go to sleep and that's it. I don't have to wake up.
Yeah. If I didn't have to work on the dirt oval tomorrow, I'd be so happy.
So yeah, so all those guys that I told the track was closed on Sunday, I'm sorry. It wasn't. But I don't know, man. I'm starting to like just be out of it every once in a while. Anyways, I think that was the last thing. Okay, moving on. Did you see Ronafalk?
Where did he go?
Miyoko, whatever that.
Oh,
Miyako.
That's cool. I could kind of see that move coming. I guess as much as he's involved with that, the no name RC podcast.
Yeah.
Stuff, and how involved with anything that JQ does they are. So
yeah.
Which is fine. I'm not knocking it or anything. I think they need somebody like that to help develop the car.
I have a question because I'm kind of out of it, and I don't know where you're at knowledge wise, but has anybody actually ever seen, other than a pro driver driving it, has anybody ever actually seen one of those cars or even an Infinity car off road?
I don't know. I have no idea. Infinity, I thought was like a weird deal where, like, it's just like a race team that they build their cars and they don't really sell them. Okay. I don't know if that's true or not, or they're kind of hard to get a hold of. Like some billionaire that just loves RC, like owns it, and he just like gives the team this car and it's just for them. I don't know.
Weird.
I think they would have to sell some, but you never see anybody with an Infinity car, and I don't even know where you buy one.
No. So bizarre.
Anyways,
that's kind of the first silly season move for this year that really is interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
I
thought there would be. Well, it's not what is it? It's not 2022 yet. Usually every 2 years is when you see the money moves. The big moves. But
do you think that the whole COVID thing is still gonna affect that? Because like with
it's hard to say.
For instance,
it just depends on how seriously they're taking it.
For instance, with IFMAR just basically, it's like the last 2 years didn't even exist.
Yeah.
So we're basically just that 2-year cycle of races now just starts over.
Yeah.
And do you think like Roar kind of got back on track this year, finally. But do you think that would affect how the sponsorships are total? Are they basically just going to pretend like 2020 wasn't even a thing and then extend those contracts? Or do you think that's how it might work? I don't know.
It depends.
It wasn't that way with us.
On the company.
We still got our regular contracts at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I don't know. But for the big dogs, the ones that actually are getting paid instead of just getting product, I don't know. Because you think you would, some of these hires would take place in order to get those drivers for the Worlds that year, right?
I would think so. I mean, ultimately, isn't that the goal?
And so then if the worlds didn't happen, would these companies try to just retain the drivers instead of
If
making
they
it, you know?
if they can, yeah.
Yeah. So
I would think so. I mean, it just depends on how much development has happened. I have no idea. I mean, yeah, I almost feel like I can't really even talk knowledgeably
well,
about it
I wonder
because
how
I don't
much
really know.
development has happened if you can't be somewhere, if you couldn't be somewhere in person, say California, if you can't be somewhere in person for a year, especially in
I think
Cali, especially in California.
I think the development would skyrocket like during these times of no rate during the times of limited racing
Mm,
because I mean, hey, the track's there. The company could rent the track for a week
yeah,
and nobody's there.
that's true.
I mean, so there you have your social distance, limited amount of people in a room, and then the track still makes some money, and the company gets to develop like exclusively, like with no issues of
Yeah.
having
Okay.
anybody see what they're working on. To me, that would be like the ultimate move.
Right.
If I was in that position, that's what I would have been doing. But I don't know if that's what happened or not.
We got a super chat.
Ooh.
David Olson, pivotlending.com.
Mm-hmm.
Any idea where the Reedy race will move and be held next?
I'd like to see it move to other tracks.
I don't think they're going to have it again.
I don't know. It's hard to say. Um, it would be it'd be cool if they had it again, but that race is a lot of work, and there's already like a billion races. There's a big race every weekend. It seems like.
Yes, true that, but that race in particular, the Reedy race,
Yeah.
all these places should be scheduling around that race.
No, that's for sure. Yeah, no, that's for sure. But like let's say it was a travel race to different tracks or even different parts of the world, like it used to. Because I mean, they used to have a Reedy race in Japan,
Yeah, but they had it in Japan once out of necessity.
and didn't they have it in Europe?
No,
Yeah, they did.
but it was the on-road one. It wasn't the off-road one.
Oh.
The off-road one was always in California, and it was always at some California track. It was at SoCal Raceway for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
This was before it went away because off-road had a little hiccup there in the early 2000s where nobody was racing 10 scale off-road very much.
Yeah.
And so the prestige of that race sort of wandered off, and then it came back in 2011. But it used to be at SoCal. It used to be at M&M Hobbies. It used to be at this track, Hobby something. I think it was at Race Prep once or twice, maybe back in the early 90s, late 80s. I mean, it was always a California coastline sort of thing. So I think it was Sacramento once, maybe. I don't know, but I mean, I think the problem right now is this in California. California just did another mask mandate, statewide mask mandate today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And LA right now has all these rules and stuff too, even though, I don't know. I just
learn to swim. Yeah.
Right. I just I think that's probably one of the reasons why is it had to get shut down for 2 freaking years. And then OCRC is going to be gone, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I don't like me personally. I loved going to Huntington Beach and spending a couple days at OCRC or club racing, and having that was one of the best vacations I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Emerson and I spent a whole week out there, and in between race days, we went and saw sights. We did cool stuff, and now I don't know.
We had fun when we went.
I have no reason to go to California now.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, I don't have a reason to go out there.
Yeah. If you're an 8-scale racer, you're an 8-scale racer, you're going to have the DNC at least.
If they had a big gas truck race at like Hot Rod, I'd go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd still like to go to Hot Rod's a bucket list for me. I'd like to go to Jimmy Babcock's place.
I'd love to, man. I'd love to race gas truck there.
I wish they still had their deal outside.
Yeah,
but they don't. It's held at Rain Man's, which is another cool track. Maybe I'd like to go to there or Coyote Hobbies. Any one of those places. Just OCRC for me was it felt like a
I mean, it was easy. It
kind of felt like a second home when you went there, in a way.
Yeah, we were always welcomed. I always felt like I never felt out of place there.
Yeah. Anyways, so there you go, David. Me personally, I don't think you're going to have it anytime soon.
How much was the super chat for?
$5.
Nice, $2.50 each.
$2.50 each.
Margie, put me down for $2.50, please.
Hey, I made $14 on the Techno live stream.
Oh, nice.
The other day, on Saturday, that was great. And then the last thing I want to talk about, speaking of California, so the Top Gun race was this weekend. And I saw Rinderneck got, I think, 5th in both 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And it was the usual suspects, top 3, Rivkin, Mayfield, and Cavallari, pretty much. I think Spencer won 2-wheel drive and Mayfield won 4-wheel drive. And it was the traditional 2 Ryans and Spencer.
Yeah.
But then you had Aiden Horn was there. I think he got 7th. 2-wheel drive. I didn't see where he was in 4-wheel. Matty G, I'm pretty sure. I think he made the main. Running mod now.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's where he should be.
So that was pretty cool. I didn't really get a chance to see it because we were busy, obviously, with the Techno Series and like I said, I don't even think I existed on the planet on Sunday.
Yeah. I was definitely just a warm body.
Yeah. Well, all right. Do you want to try to take an early pivot break and then we'll talk about the Techno Series and get into comments?
Sure.
Richard? All right, let's go.
Okay.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Yeah!
This is a Pivot Lending Update with David Olson and Don Zoller. Get some.
This is David Olson with Pivot Lending Group. Today is May 10th, 2021, and we are going to be talking about temporary financing. Pivot Lending Group works with several credit unions, community banks across the Midwest and on the West Coast, soon to be on the East Coast, that we're teaming up with to have an alternative to your traditional bridge mortgage. In a bridge situation, you would be purchasing your future home as well as retaining your departing property for a short period of time until that property sells. And on your home that you'd be purchasing, you would have long-term financing. And then once your loan on the home that you sell gets paid off, then everything's a wash. Great programs, tons of great bridge programs out there. The downside to a traditional bridge is you end up in a situation for potentially 1 or 2 months, maybe longer than that, of having 2 mortgage payments. You have the mortgage payment on the property that you're purchasing, and then you still have the mortgage payment on the property that you bridged out to help you with that purchase. Teaming up with our financial institutions, credit unions, and the community banks on the temporary side, we can come in, lend the money to purchase the new home, and then bundle everything together on your primary house that you're selling, on the new home, and put it into just one master note. And then you have one monthly payment on that master note. And potentially you can even have deferred payment to the end of the term, the short-term term, until that house is sold. So really excited about that. Gives you guys opportunities to come in and to put yourself ahead of the line with some of the other buyers, because you can come in, contract quickly without a lot of additional conditions or requests with the seller. Makes you really, really attractive. There are some things that you have to have in order to qualify for it. Obviously equity is a big one, pretty strong credit and those sorts of things. If you have any questions on that program, feel free to give me a call, 402-881-5951, and we can walk you through and show you the differences between a traditional bridge loan and temporary financing.
David Olson, NMLS 16099. Don Zoller, NMLS 277589. Pivot Lending, NMLS 109995.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
So, Will disappeared. And so I think he probably went upstairs in his house, but I'm going to use this time to drink my Kickstart, so hang in there.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. You missed the Kickstart opening.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I don't think we've done a traditional Kickstart opening in a while.
Am I sideways like this?
No, you're straight up right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
Oh, it's good. Cold and good.
Yeah.
I just double checked the results. So, Aiden Horn actually got third in 4-wheel drive.
Oh.
That's Top Gun.
Okay.
And looks like I think Tom finished fifth in that one, and I think it was I think I saw Davey Bada also running mod.
Oh wow, that's
Nice.
pretty cool.
Yeah, some of those guys moving up. Okay, so here we go. Techno Series. Let's get into it. We had 216 entries, 114 total drivers. That's the second biggest Techno Series race we've had now.
Really?
Yeah. And
The last one was the biggest.
yeah,
the first
230,
round?
239, and then this one was 216. And I actually went in and I compared hold on. I compared the November race with the with Saturday's race, and I'm actually a little embarrassed because it shows that we actually finished basically the exact same time. But
Oh,
there was,
really?
yeah, but there was like there would have been 3 more races from the last one. So we did end up waiting for some people here and there.
We did a lot of waiting.
I know. I noticed. So, which I kind of thought was going to be okay, because we didn't have as many people. So I was kind of lenient on that. But still, I mean, we got done at 12:26.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty reasonable.
Yeah. We just got a super chat from Tomcat, which I believe is Nick Sneathen. And he said,
Nice.
thanks for the rear arm Saturday, Will. You saved Nevin's whole race day.
Yeah. Yep. No
And
problem.
that's because we don't have very many RC8 parts
Right.
or B3. What do they call that car?
RC8B 3.2.
Yeah, there you go. We don't have as many parts on that. Maybe I'll not
I
maybe,
can
but
I can put together a parts list.
yeah, try to
something.
get me something so that we have the backup parts that people are going to need. You know, obviously we can't get everything for that car, but
Yeah, there has. I'm sure I could email somebody in sales associated and just see what their top 40 parts are.
we just don't have the space.
Right.
We literally
right.
don't have space for all this stuff. It sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, we were even out of a techno part.
Right.
Emerson broke his front hub, and we didn't have any. We were out, completely out.
Really.
Yeah, it's something we normally carry. We just happen to be out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Renault,
Wait, how much was that super chat for?
$5.
Margie put me down for $5.
Peter Renault says, was that an Aiden Olson's dad live read? Congrats, Will. That was Aiden Olson's dad.
Yeah.
Actually, I was going to say we need to get him in here because that was May. It's now December. It's been a little while since he's come down here and updated everybody on the mortgage lending side of things.
Did Peter Renault gave us a super chat?
Yeah, Peter Renault gave us
How much was that one for?
$5.
Margie put me down for $5. So funny.
Okay, so here we go. 216 entries, 114 drivers, and we had down to an F main in Expert Electric E-Buggy. Expert Electric E-Buggy, the biggest class of the weekend.
Wow.
It was like 53 cars.
Man, I feel pretty good about finishing where I did then.
Yes, you should. You absolutely should, and don't rub it in too much.
I'm not.
Okay.
That's not my style.
Yeah, it's subtle. Stay subtle.
Mm-hmm.
When we were going through the points, I haven't deleted anybody off the point sheet yet. So if everybody showed up and raced, that is raced these last 2 races, according to the point sheet, we would have 74 Expert Electric E-Buggies.
Oh my god!
Could you imagine?
I bet the next round everybody shows up.
God, I hope
Because
not.
you're
Oh
out.
my God.
You're through the holidays, beginning of the year. Everybody gets the new Christmas stuff, and that's when they come to race.
I'm actually tempted to go to RC sign up and make everybody pre-register.
Oh really?
Yeah. Because that would be a worst case scenario, is if everybody that's raced so far shows up in one big race day, we would have over 300 entries.
Yeah.
And try to get that done. Or we just do one qualifier.
No.
Which would piss everybody off. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
So. Okay. So let's start with Sportsman Buggy A main, shall we?
Shit, we shall.
We had a really good turnout in Sportsman Buggy. I enjoy watching these guys. These are just regular Joes. You had John Kinzer getting the TQ and the win. And I believe he wasn't there in round 1.
Oh, really?
I don't think I remember him being there. Maybe he was and he had a problem or something. I'll have to go back and look. But how about this? Logan Prismanis, qualifying second, finishing second. And for those of you guys that don't know, Logan is your 2006 or 7 Summer Series Plex Spec champ. When he was like 6 years old. And that's when we were outside on the big outdoor track. So, then Tyler Studer, qualified third, finished third. Bill Nichols was 4th. Art Lewis was 5th from the 8 spot. Devin Wright was 6th. Lucas Chassow was 7th. Ken Nickel was 8th. Eric Wunschel was 9th. And Tim Crystal was 10th. His body came off in the middle of the race. And you know me, I don't let you guys run without a body.
Yeah. Well, it's just it's dangerous. Like if a marshal were to try to marshal that thing and touch the drivetrain or, you know.
Plus it's a roll.
And your car. Like what if they, somehow manage to short something or pull a wire, or,
It's just not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, club racing, I'm kind of lenient on it, especially in Plex Spec,
right?
Sometimes, but for this thing, I've pulled Seth Van Dalen off once for not having a body on a couple years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, expert. So we had quite a few expert Nitro A mains. I think we went down to a D main or maybe even an E main. There's a lot of cars. Bradley Peterson got the bump, finished 10th. Caden Fuller made the main, finished 9th. Mitchell Pavel made the main and finished 8th. Chad Parks was 7th. Graham Hill got the bump and moved all the way up to 6th.
Nice. Grandpa.
Yeah.
His name's Grandpa.
Grandpa?
I found out his nickname is Grandpa Hill.
Grandpa Hill. Is there a story behind that?
I think he's just like one of the seasoned vets at his track, and people, it takes him a while to get rolling into a race. So everybody started calling him Grandpa.
Oh.
And so I found out his nickname was Grandpa on Saturday, and I have not called him anything other than Grandpa.
That's
for
wonderful.
a while.
You know what I just found out? And I found out Jared Tebow doesn't like being called Tebow.
Oh, I heard about that on the No Name podcast. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I had no idea. I've been calling him Tebow for 10 years.
Yeah, I didn't know any difference.
So now I'm going to call him Jared. So Jared, if you're watching, Jared. I will call you Jared from now on instead of Tebow.
Yeah, I always call him Jared. We're on a first name basis.
I had no idea. So, geez. Okay. I just got Tim Ski just tried to call me.
Oh, really?
I'm like, dude, I'm in the podcast.
About what?
I don't know.
Oh, did you answer? Is
No.
he calling you?
I just texted him back. Be like, hey, I'll call you. I'll talk to you later. Mason Herrick, man. Here's a good story. Got qualified fifth, finished fifth.
Yeah.
He was rolling. I mean,
Mason's super cool kid.
and he did really good in electric too. We'll get to that here in a bit. But Mason Herrick with a solid top 5. So, did he get picked up by anybody yet?
I have no idea.
I know he turned a thing into J Concepts because I wrote something in on him.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that happens. And then college boy Ashton Abdul, he qualified 4th, finished 4th.
Nice.
He just kind of lingers up there. He's really close to picking up a couple tenths of a second, and then being able to really run with these guys. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the usual top 3 when they're here. So you had Seth Van Dalen getting the TQ. He ended up finishing 3rd. Jared Tebow qualified 2nd, finished 2nd, and Mason Fuller actually qualified 3rd, and ended up winning the race.
Nice.
Mason's car in Nitro looked very quick, very comfortable to drive for Mason's driving style as well. The 2 Techno cars didn't. To me, they looked hard. They looked really hard to drive.
Mm-hmm.
And I read Jared's race report on Facebook, and he kind of said that same thing. He's like, in Nitro, his car was tough to drive fast.
Yeah.
When it was uncomfortable. And I think that that just happens because our track just builds up so much grip.
Yeah.
And like, you wouldn't think so because the doors are open, it's cold, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And our track, it always builds up grip throughout the day, but especially in the Nitro series.
Yeah. It's bad. It is awesome. Like, my e-buggy was doing wheelies coming onto the straightaway in the main.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh my God.
Well, and a couple of you guys
just like giggling.
A couple of you guys in gas truck could do wheelies almost on
my car flipped over backwards doing a wheelie.
Basically on command.
Yeah.
So
I was running the most horsepower out of the top 3. I had all of it. Just...
So I don't know how it's going to work in points this year because you never really. Oh, we just lost him again. Oh, Will, where'd he go? He's gone. I want to talk about points because points are fun. Points are really fun to talk about because it's like, you know, points. And it's like, you know, it's fun. It's fun to watch stuff over the thing. I'm so lost now. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on either, but
sorry.
That's okay. Anyways, so as I was getting to, you know, last year I wasn't really sure if Mason and Jared were going to be there the whole time for points, and they were. Yeah. They only both of them only missed 1 round. I think January, isn't there a race time race the same weekend as us or weekend after or something like that?
I'm not sure.
So, because I'm not sure. You never know with the pro guys because they've got other obligations to go to. So, but as of right now, Mason and Jared are tied again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Jared's got a TQ in a second, and Mason has a TQ in a first. So, if it ever went to the second tiebreaker, Mason would win that tiebreaker. So, I'm pretty sure Seth's not going to make them all. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah.
And then let me go back here. So that'll be interesting to see because last year they both made 4 out of 5. So if the stars line up again, you know, we might see that battle come down to the end again. Then you got Minnie Truggy and Drew Rubin King. He's got his VT64 rolling really fast. I wouldn't say he's untouchable, but it's pretty fast.
Oh yeah.
He's driving it really hard and really fast. And what I like to see is Emerson wasn't in this one. He had a really rough day. Actually went home early. But Logan Prismanis again. Logan's driving really well. And
that's for sure.
And so he finished second. He was only 8 seconds off. You know, Logan, there was a little time there, because I've known Logan a long time and his dad. There was a small amount of time there where it didn't seem like Logan was interested in racing for a little while.
Yeah.
And now he's at the Plex almost every day.
Oh, really?
He works for us, but he's also there almost every day working on something. Whether it's a Gundam or his Mini Bee, you know, or his gas stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he's definitely got the goods to be able to drive fast and drive consistent and finish in these podiums. And I think he's having fun doing it now too.
Mm-hmm. Sean
Van Dalen, your Winter Series Truggy champ from 2 years ago, qualified third, finished third. Dane Gangler was back, finished fourth. TJ Williams, he's looking really good with that mini Truggy. It's kind of cool to watch. Finished fifth. Conrad Bizey had to bump up, but he ended up finishing sixth. Bryson Pavel was in there, seventh. Ronnie Wint qualified eighth, finished eighth. Jordan Cortan was ninth, and John Haas was 10th. John Haas making another main too. And remember, there's three different heats of these guys. There was almost 20 trucks again this time.
And we lost Will again.
I know we did. I'm just continuing my thought before I lose it, because we're going to talk about gas truck next. So we gotta at least have Will in for that one. And I don't want there to be any dead air. Remember when I was in radio school and dead air was like a big no-no. So you just got to find stuff to do and talk about.
Big no-no.
Big no-no. Because what if somebody's just turning on to your radio station and they don't hear anything? They'll just move right past it, you know?
He must be having a Wi-Fi issue.
Yeah, he must be. John Haas says, my Truggy was a dump truck after getting punted 2 times in the first 3 laps. There's nothing like getting punted. I haven't gotten punted in a while.
Oh, you got punted?
No, I didn't get punted. I screwed myself up in my main. That's why we're not talking about it, because I was in the B, so we don't get to talk about me this week.
Oh.
And my terrible driving skills.
Yeah.
Dude, I had both qualifiers. I was in the A main, and I screwed up myself. I screwed it all up by myself. Nobody screwed it up but me. Both races. The first one I should have won that heat, and I made a mistake on the last lap and let you get it. And then the second one, the resort one, again, same thing. I had it, and I don't know. That was, anyways. Hey, we're gonna talk about gas truck.
Okay, here, let me. I brought a beverage for a gas truck.
Oh, there you go.
To celebrate. It's a Michelob Ultra. Okay, now I'm ready.
We have no video, but we have audio of you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all right.
It's just everything broken right now.
Yes. Oh. At least we got the Coors Light opening. No, that was Michelob Ultra. I'm sorry. I like Michelob Ultra. Not as much as Coors Light, though. I think I like Coors Light a little bit better than Michelob. My dad used to drink Michelob every once in a while. He'd buy a 6-pack of Michelob, and then he'd be watching football or something and be like, Alex, go in the fridge and give me one of those Michelobs. And it was one of those brown bottled Michelobs.
Yeah.
With like the sleeve around it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's what ask Margie. I bet you Margie remembers that. Yeah, I can hear you. Like, my dad never really drank that much, but that was one of the things he would get every once in a while. So, hello. Oh, he's frozen. We got his face and his beard.
Yeah, he must be having serious.
Oh, man. Oh. Yeah. Well, anyways, Contrast that, anyways, back to the beer subject. Contrast that to what I do. Usually, it's either stuff that people have brought over, like I'm still sipping on your guys' Blue Moons that you brought over the other day.
Oh, nice.
But also, every once in a while, I'll buy one of those super awesome Smirnoff screwdriver things.
Oh, yeah, sure.
God, I love those. Those are so good. And then I can't find it anymore, but Henry's Hard Soda in orange flavor, those were delicious.
Henry's Hard Soda.
Yeah, Henry's Hard Soda is amazing, but I can't find it anymore. Casey's used to carry it. Come and Go used to carry it. Nobody has it anymore. It's really, really frustrating.
My dad was a Miller Lite guy.
Miller Lite?
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. We don't. My wife and I, we don't really go out anymore, so we don't really drink a lot. But every once in a while,
primarily when I just go to a restaurant, and that's
the
height of my drinking.
Yeah. See, I don't like when I go out and I do like hot wings or something like that. And there he is again. I don't really. Okay. But I don't know.
It kicked me out again. Like I tried to get in and it kicked me out again.
Yeah.
Well,
you're
sideways, Will.
Okay.
We just don't want him to mess with his phone too much because it's working right now. So, see, oh,
good grief.
I wonder if next time he comes on, let's see if he can call in. Do you want to try that?
No. Last time we did that, he wasn't able to hear you.
Oh, really?
He has to have a.
That's right.
A setting on his phone needs to be set in order for him to be able to hear you.
Okay. There's all these people in suspense right now. There's 23 people watching in Gas Truck. They want to hear Will talk about Gas Truck.
Every single time we try to talk about Gas Truck, my phone doesn't work.
All right, don't move your phone.
Okay, don't touch your phone.
I'm not going to.
All right.
It's still going to crash.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you won Gas Truck.
Yeah.
Chad Parks got second.
Mm-hmm.
Wade Gehring from the 6th spot got third.
Yeah.
Were there any trucks in Gas Truck that was not Ignite designs?
I don't think so.
I think
they're all the conversion kits.
Right. And last round, the first round, we had 13 total at the end of the day. This round, we had 8. So it's still what I consider it to be a full heat.
I do too.
You know? Justin Stevie just got his rolling. He finished 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Vanderbeek, I think he was in and out with a flame out once or twice. Ended up 5th.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so close. We almost got through Gas Truck. Technology, man. Technology sucks sometimes.
Maybe a chore.
You just want to I don't know. You want to go find the Wi-Fi gods and just punch them in the face. I almost feel for like this one, like the Techno Series recaps, because it's such a big race now, that we should have Will come up to the studio.
Absolutely.
We need to get him up here. We might even have to start a little later.
Yeah, we can do that.
But we could get him up here in person
if he doesn't mind
for the next one, as long as it's not like a blizzard or something crappy outside.
Yeah.
And see, for the Friday thing, you'll be able to edit this out, right?
Oh yeah, I'll edit all this.
Yeah. But for the live, I mean, it is what it is. It's on YouTube.
Well,
it's
every time we try to talk about Gas Truck, I have stupid phone issues.
So I was just thinking, we were just talking about this while you were restarting again. Maybe for the next Techno Series race, which happens, once a month, maybe we just get you live in person up here.
Yeah, maybe.
And look, I just got a text. We'll even feed you.
Oh, okay.
We'll make it worth your while.
Yeah, no, they.
Yeah, this is gonna be a chore.
Yeah.
This Wi-Fi acting up.
Oh well. Well, we got through some of it. I can talk about it all by myself.
Go for it.
For the most part. For the rest of it. Anyways, so Lucas Baker was 6th. Brian Keever was 7th, and Riley Filbert was your TQ. And Riley, Will, and Chad were all just going back and forth for about the first. Will, how long were you and Riley and Chad going back and forth for? Was it the first pit stop?
Yeah.
Because I feel like...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you for now. I feel like Riley broke out relatively early, didn't he?
It was after the first pit
It was
stop.
after the first pit stop, so... Yeah. Darn it. We just got a super chat for Will. But anyways, so what I remember about the gas truck thing was Riley Filbert broke a rear ball stud. I think it pulled out of the hub itself, or it broke the ball stud completely off. So, oh, hang on a second. Hang on. Yeah, what's up?
I don't know what to fucking do.
I got you on speaker.
This fucking stupid fucking Riverside app keeps... Oh, I'm on speaker probably.
Yeah, you're on speaker.
Sorry, this is how I normally talk.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
What do you want me to do?
Well, just here. I'll finish it up. I'll finish up gas truck.
Okay.
All right. So, hey, Richard, can you hear him?
Yeah, have him talk again.
Here, talk again, Will.
Talk again, Will.
There we go. Yeah, I can hear him.
All right, he can hear it. All right. No more cuss words.
We'll just do it like this.
Yeah, we'll just do it like this.
Okay.
Okay, so what did Riley end up breaking? Do you remember?
He broke a ball stud and the outer hub on his truck, and that thing went flying down the straightaway, like just tumbling.
Yeah, it hit the end of the straightaway really hard, and that's when it was kind of broke.
Yeah. He said the tune on his engine was bad, but
I don't know. He looked like he was going fast. I think that's...
I had a hung clutch shoe all day. I didn't get it fixed until the main.
Oh. But that...
So, like, one of my clutch shoes, like, the shoe would just always be out. And I thought it was the engine the whole time. And so I put a new spring on it, and I had a race car for the main.
Yeah. Don't you think, though, that's... I remember that being the hard part of gas truck in general, was just finishing the race.
That's a big part of it. Like, you know, the cars have a lot of power for the size they are. I mean, they're faster than an electric, I would say. But the thing is if you don't have the tuning right, the power comes on very unpredictably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It'll just, like, start pulling, and you're not ready for it, and it's just going, you know?
Yeah. And Riley was going really fast in qualifying. I mean, he had fast lap by, I mean, what was it, a half second?
In qualifying or overall?
Just overall?
I don't know if it was that much.
No.
I think it was probably 2/10.
I think that from my vantage point, what I saw between the driving styles out there was Riley was kind of throwing it in corners maybe a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you and Chad and Wade, you're a little bit more conscious of keeping the truck in one piece.
Yeah.
You know?
You got to take care of the truck, you know?
Yeah.
Like, as much as I'd like to just start throwing down heaters, like, and I did that in the last little bit of the main when I had to catch Chad.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it, like, didn't matter. Well, okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about the pit stops. Like, okay, so, like, we come into pit. I think I was in second or third when we pitted. I think I was in second because Riley followed me into pit lane. And then Jackson picked my truck up.
I saw that.
Dropped my truck in pit lane, then dropped my fuel bottle, and fuel goes everywhere. And then he puts it up on pit lane and puts gas in it, and I go out and I follow Chad right out of it.
Yeah.
Like, if that didn't happen, I would have had like a 6-second lead. Like, coming out just by a pit stop advantage.
Yeah.
So coming out of the pits, Chad and I are bunched up, Riley's behind us, and we're all bunched up again. And Riley was following me down the. Well, no, I must have had a little bit of a lead on Riley because I crashed trying not to run into Chad on the triple, and my truck like cased the jump and went over forwards, and then it was like he got kind of gifted like another 5 seconds back, and we were right where we were.
Right.
And then Riley was right behind me then, and going down the straightaway, I don't know if he just ripped too much throttle or what, because I'm only pulling like half to 3/4 throttle going down the straightaway usually. Maybe I'll go full throttle like a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
But I can't pull that hard on it, or it'll flip over backwards.
Because I saw you guys once or twice almost flip the truck back over just from throttle.
Oh, I did that on the back double.
Was that you? I thought that was Chad.
Jump. No, I did it on that jump onto the oval.
Oh, okay.
Like my truck landed and wheelied and just was upside down.
Okay, that was you. All right. I remember one of you guys. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. No, that was me.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I had mine tuned up pretty good for the main. But so anyway, that happened, and then Chad, I watched the video today. Coming on the oval, he clipped a pipe, and I just drove around him because I was chomping away like seconds.
Yeah.
On him there for like the last little bit of that run. I think I passed him at 2 minutes left, and then after that he was kind of close for a little bit, and then I think he made another mistake and it was kind of over.
Mm-hmm.
But I only had like a thimble left of gas in my truck after
Nice.
that race. Like there was like hardly any fuel left. Like it was like I was like because I like the last couple laps I pulled on it and it was like I could tell it was kind of leaning out. I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
it's got to be getting low because I must have used up a lot of fuel trying to catch Chad.
Right.
So
Yeah.
It's definitely a race.
Steve RC gave us a $5 super chat, and it says $5 for Will.
Margie put me down for $5.
So I figured you'd be happy about that one.
Yeah. What am I up to? Like $30 off of this episode?
Yeah, right. I guess so. I counted 15. Let's see, 5, 10, $14.99. Yeah, we'll call it $17. Wow, good job.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. See, everybody likes you.
They said racing wouldn't pay.
Right, exactly. All right, well let's finish her up, and then since you're not here, I'll try to get through the comments on my own. And
Oh, I like the comments.
yeah, but I got to hold my phone up to the microphone.
It's fine. You're good for it.
Oh God. Okay. Okay, so we got Truggy. There was an insurgence of Nitro Truggy guys because I'm because of the new Techno truck, obviously.
Oh.
So last time I think we only had 2 heats. I think this time we had 3 heats. And if you go through the finish, you had Robert Rinaldi finish in 10th. He had a mechanical problem because he was up there battling for the win, basically. Parker Clemmy got the bump up and then finished 9th. And he broke out at the 15-minute mark, but he was up there racing hard too, just from the graph that you get to look at here. I love this Live RC graph.
Yeah.
Because it gets to show you.
I like that graph as well.
Yeah. Logan Prismanis with another good finish. He finished 8th. Shelby Parker, he was up there battling. And then, from what I understand, his radio batteries dropped out of his radio.
What?
Yeah. He pulled a sturgeon.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. You've done that.
I told him that. I'm like, dude, I did that at Sean's track this summer. I shook my radio because I was upset and my battery fell out of the bottom. Ryan Dietrich finished 6th. Matty Ostad qualified 5th, finished 5th. Jeremy Whiting was 4th. Sean Van Dalen had to bump up and then ended up finishing third. He had the new Techno truck. Nate Sutherland with his best finish of the day. I wouldn't say struggled in buggy, but he struggled in buggy. Both of them a little bit. I think he was in the B mains for both expert and nitro. But he got second here in this one, and there was a battle between Greg, Nate, and Shelby for majority of this race, and then it kind of once the pit stops came through, because Greg can go 10 minutes, it pretty much figured itself out at that point.
I tuned Nate's engine for him before the main.
Nice.
So it's cool.
Greg Baumel, who's the returning champ from last year, now has two TQs and wins. And a lot of it's just he's a calm, collected driver, but also he's going 10 minutes.
Nice.
And if the race was 30 minutes long, he'd pit. Everybody else would pit 4 times to his 2 times.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
So, is this working, Richard? Okay, I'm getting the thumbs up. See, we're making it happen.
Nice.
We're problem solvers.
Yeah, I guess. I just can't believe every single time we try to talk about gas truck in a race, my phone doesn't work or there's something.
Right.
It's every time.
Yeah. Hang on a second. We're going to try something.
Okay.
Hold on. There's another mic in here. Here, talk.
I'm talking.
Oh, yeah, there we go. See?
Okay.
Now I don't have to hold it right in front of me. I got a free hand.
Okay.
Oh, I could put it down. Hang on. No, see, this is why we have... Okay, talk some more.
I'm talking some more.
Oh, that's even better. Thanks, Richard. I didn't even think about that. Look, Mom, no hands.
It's awesome.
All right. So there you go. So Truggy, we had Greg Baumel with the win. He's sitting really good in points right now, because Jeremy Whiting finished 4th. Nate and Sean weren't here last round. Neither was Maddie. So, yeah. My points are on my phone, which I can't get to right now. So, but just off of memory, I know that's what was going on.
Yeah.
And then we get into our electric A mains. I got to tell you, after the Nitro Buggy main was over, the rest of this program is a piece of cake.
Yeah.
Because I was stressing out after what happened last month, and the Nitro main was going on, and it was like 4 minutes left, and I was like, all right, this is where that craziness happened last month. And then when it finished, it's just like this big weight's lifted off your shoulders.
Yeah, it's like finally.
Yeah. And I was using the parent-child mode in live time. It's super easy to do. So any of you guys that run tracks out there, if you have a big race, it's so easy to use now. Corey and the guys have it so simple to run 2 computers, one as a backup while everything is happening, that I think I'm just going to do that at all of our big races now, no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a good insurance policy.
So, and I mean, I was using the old Club Race computer, and it had no issues either. So, I think what used to happen, because I bought this laptop in 2017, and we were having so many problems with Lifetime working on our Club Race computer at the time, but our Club Race computer was on Windows 8, and once it changed to Windows 10, everything's fine. We have never had a problem since. So the Club Race computer is actually older than my laptop is, and we never had problems with it. So I think it had more to do with Windows 8 than it had to do with Lifetime at all, for sure.
Right, I'm sure.
Okay, so Sportsman, John Kinzer got another win. Did not get the TQ,
Sportsman E-Buggy or Sportsman?
Sportsman E-Buggy.
Yeah.
So John Kinzer qualified second, finished first. Wade Gehring qualified first, finished second. So they basically tie in points for the day. Tyler Studer with another third place. Got third in this one. John Haas from the 7th qualifying spot up to 4th. So you want to talk about somebody that's been putting in some work? Our locals are doing really good. John Haas, he practices every Thursday. He's there like clockwork.
Yeah.
And it's paying
That's
off.
awesome.
It's definitely paying off. Justin Stevie from the 10th position, he had to bump up, ended up 5th.
Nice.
And if I remember right, I think he was up there for a little while battling for at least 2nd or 3rd. You know, he got that cool new paint job on his car. Have you seen that paint job?
Yeah, it looks nice.
It's really cool looking. Tyler Fleming finished 6th. TJ Williams in the main here, finishing 7th. Tyler Canine was 8th. Eric Wunschel was 9th. And Tim Crystal, I think he went home. He took a 10 for the day.
Yeah.
And then let's get into Expert. So our final race of the night was Expert Electric Buggy, 10-minute race. And kind of the opposite happened here with this one as opposed to the Nitro race. Jared Tebow qualified 2nd, but he sort of just drove away from everybody.
Yeah.
In e-buggy. And Mason's car looked a little sketchy, and Seth Van Dalen was actually running in 2nd for a majority of this race. But he ended up with a weird problem that I never even seen before. We'll get to that here in a second. But so Mason Fuller with the 2nd. So they tie in points. And I believe, if memory serves me right, Mason had a TQ and a win last round. So he's got he's got a 1-point advantage over Jared right now. Drew Rubin King from the 9 spot. He got the bump up. I was in that lower main in the B. From the 9 to the 3.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a heck of a drive.
Yeah, I was telling him about how good his car looked in that B main.
Yeah.
Too. What he did to it. He's like, I just don't have anything to lose, so I'm gonna make some changes and try it. Like, awesome, man. It looks really good. So.
Ashton Abdul with another 4th, qualified 3rd. But again, I mean, anytime you got a top 5 with the amount of, I mean, we had 53 cars.
Yeah.
That's more than they have at the Nats.
Right. No, it is bigger than the E-Buggy Nationals.
Yeah. I mean, think about that, you know? So, so still a top 4 is fine. You know, he's also balancing college and racing, you know? Mason Herrick with another 5th, another top 5 for him. And, he's kind of the lone wolf out there right now, I believe, from Kansas. I don't think there's many like Hutch guys coming up this year at all.
No, not that I know of.
You know, we used to get Jeff and Cool and Steve, Ken sometimes in E-Buggy or Nitro Buggy, but I think he's the lone wolf this year. So,
yeah.
And then you from the 8th to the 6th.
Yeah, I was up. I don't know if I was up higher than that or not. I was like moving through the pack a little bit there in probably the first 3 laps, and I got winged coming up that roller, like that after the triple or whatever.
Yeah.
You land and kind of come uphill through that, I don't know if you want to call it like a carousel upturn. But I went to last and just kind of picked my way back up to the front. Or forward, rather.
Yeah.
But I was definitely catching the pack again at the end. It's nice to have. I like the 10-minute races. You actually have a mistake like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Caden Fuller, also a bump up from the 10 to the 7.
Nice.
And, to be honest with you, I was kind of surprised to see him in the B.
Yeah, I was too. But, you know, he bumped out of it. He ran a really clean B main.
Yeah.
Him and Drew, you know, they just kind of got out front and kept kind of working together, you know. And then I think the last lap is when they kind of start racing a little bit more. But they were definitely, you know, kind of trying to move away from everybody else. At least it looked like that.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. You know, hey, we're both going to bump. And if we can, we'll duke it out for who finishes first or who starts ahead of the other one.
Yeah. Yep. Derek Wood, a rare Derek Wood sighting on a Nitro day. Ended up finishing 8th. And Seth Van Dalen. So this is the thing. So he finished 9th. He was battling for second with Mason, and his motor, he landed hard off of something. All of a sudden, his car just started driving in reverse.
What?
And so basically, the sensor board on the motor went bad in the race. It went bad in the race.
Wow.
Yeah,
I've never heard of such an issue.
I've never seen that before in my life. I mean, I've heard of sensor boards going bad, but usually your car stops.
Yeah.
But he came off of the drop off, landed, and all of a sudden his car stopped and just went whoop, right backwards. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. So, but he was up there battling basically for second. I think if you go back and watch the video, I think I literally had just said, Jared really needs Seth to finish in front of Mason when that happened.
Yeah.
So, and then Alex Vanderbeek, rare 8th scale showing for him as well. Qualified 5th, finished 10th.
Yeah, I think he borrowed Bradley Peterson's 8E buggy.
Yeah.
I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I know he lives in Lincoln now. So
yeah.
He's even closer to us, so that's why he's been coming on Fridays as well. And he started running carpet, finally. So But there you go. After a little hiccup there in the middle, we finally got ourselves figured out to talk about the Techno race, and I'm happy. It's such a relief. I don't know why I stress out more about the Techno Series than any of the races we do.
Yeah, I think it's just there's just a lot more controlled chaos. The making sure the cars are all ready to go before you drop the flag, and it's a huge event. We get more people for this than we do the electric series, don't we?
Yeah, and there's only 7 classes.
Right.
For the summer series, there's 9 classes, and we usually have 170 or so.
Right. So you have like 60 more entries.
Yeah, but I really do. I stress out more about the Techno Series than anything we do, whether that be the J Concepts race, the Pro Tech race, the summer series, the syndicate. It's just this, for some reason, I'm always walking on eggshells when this is happening. And then when it's over with, I'm just, I'm on cloud 9 because we made it. And, I think some of it just has to do with past incidents.
Right. Yeah. Like people getting upset.
Like we have had such a good run. I'd say, 5 years now?
Right.
Of fairly drama-free racing. And I think because the Techno Series is more of an adult-oriented crowd, I think that's why I tend to, just not, I guess, necessarily worry, but you know what I'm saying? I do worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more likely for tempers to flare.
Yeah. So, but it was really cool to see a little bit of pub online, like I did. Like for instance, the No Name podcast shared one of Jared's videos.
Oh, nice.
And Nitro Pro, I think they make fuel. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah.
They shared a picture and said that the race was no joke and that we get 200 plus entries and we do it all in one day.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool. I kind of feel like we have some eyes for this race, especially. We have some eyes on us,
mm-hmm.
in our facility.
Oh, I think so.
So, speaking of, I got a little work to do tomorrow.
Yeah, like what?
The track took a beating. Did you go walk the track afterwards?
Yeah, I did.
Dude.
It's pretty rugged.
It's pretty rough. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm gonna work on it a little bit, and then I got to get the oval going too. So.
Yeah, like there's no dirt on the side of my car. It's all tire dust.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right. Well, you want to go over the comments real fast?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. We got you on the phone. It's actually, this actually isn't bad, Will.
Yeah.
You're loud and,
Okay.
and all that, so it's fine.
Okay.
Richard says this. Richard's our producer in there. He says Margie and I saw the Atlantis landing as well. They were on Cocoa Beach for the occasion, and it did a flyby before landing.
Oh wow. Yeah, they were. They. I forgot they used to live in Florida.
Yeah, they were in Florida at the time in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're down there, you can just drive up the coast and get close. That'd be a weird coincidence if they had actually knew who we were talking about.
Yeah.
Like what if
they were like that guy?
What if they were in the parking lot, like right beside him, and heard him while he's doing this video, and then we talk about it here 10 years later, and they come in here and be like, we remember that guy. Like that'd be so weird. That would have been so cool.
Yeah.
We should have just talked about it beforehand and pretended.
Mm-hmm.
Steve RC says he picked up the RB10 yesterday, so he got the RB10.
Nice.
Which I'm actually thinking about getting one of those for the Enduro next year.
Yeah.
Right? I think that'd be a good car.
I think it would be.
The stock tires that come with it, are they any good for carpet or dirt?
I think they'd get around on the carpet track okay, but you're definitely going to want a purpose tire like that.
Yeah.
The tire that comes on it's probably more like just kind of general use, like pavement out in front of your house.
The tire that comes on it is plastic.
Yeah,
it's not very good.
You're going to want to put some race tires on.
Yeah, I would just take those tires and burn them off in the street.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to run carpet, just get some carpet tires. Just get some pre-mounted twin pins and swaggers. And then for the dirt, just get the regular tires that we always run on the dirt.
Yeah.
The stock tires they're not very good for what we do.
Right.
They're like loose dirt, like ball field dirt. You know what I'm talking about? That powdery kind of loose stuff.
Right.
That's what they're going to go for.
Yep. Yeah, they're more for the guy that's just going to play with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly. John Haas says he slept till noon and took a nap. Riley Filbert says he slept till 1:30, got home at 3:30. David Olson wants to know what time I went back to bed after waking up at 4 p.m. I actually went back to sleep last night at like 11:30.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I've slept a lot in the last couple. John Haas says nitro hangover is the perfect description.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
It's a real thing. It really is. Unfortunately. Is there Family Friday this week? Yes, there is. Last one of the year. Steve says, I didn't want Alex to say we have a calendar. Did you look?
That's funny.
Bill Collins says, Ronafalk said his first big race with the Mayako will be the DNC, and that Mayako is starting to deliver cars to subscribers.
Yeah, isn't that okay? So you get a car and you subscribe to this online service, and it's you pretty much like JQ working with you on the car.
Yeah,
right.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty cool concept.
Yeah,
it's different. Nobody's ever done it before. Not that I know of.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, it kind of guarantees that would kind of guarantee you driving the car, right?
Well, it guarantees that you're involved and want to drive it.
Right.
It would, and it kind of keeps you involved. It's harder to fall out of it. You know, for let's say it's somebody's first car and that's what they decided to do is go that route.
Yeah.
Like that involvement, would keep you in that vehicle.
Yeah.
You know.
We just got a super chat from Tom Baker. $5, and he says the Plex is the best racing in the Midwest. Margie,
Nice.
Margie, put me down for $5.
No, $250. No, $250 each.
Okay, fine, $250 each. Riley Filbert says going to the Top Gun would be cool.
Yeah, it would be a good one.
Yeah,
I've practiced there.
yeah. I'm kind of more interested. Nothing against SDRC. I've never been there. I remember when Travis Brock owned it, but I kind of want to like to go to Coyote Hobbies or Rain Man. Like,
Yeah.
those two tracks also look really cool. Coyote's the one with that big elevation change in the corner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Okay.
That'd be a cool one to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Griffith said thank you for hosting the Winter Series this weekend. Had a blast, even though I didn't get to stay the entire time. He had to go to like a party somewhere.
Family Christmas?
I think a Christmas party, like a company Christmas party.
Oh.
Let's see. We'd love to see David in. Also, Will is down for a total of, and then she just put dollar bags. I don't even know what that means.
All of the dollars.
Yeah. All the dollars. Let's see. John Haas says, my truggy was a dump truck after getting punted two times in the first 3 laps. And then he put sponsored guy 2, ... who will remain unnamed.
Oh.
Oh. Elbows out.
Good thing I don't race truggy.
Yeah. I do. I kind of want to get one again. I want to get one for Emerson, one for me. Like, I want to make it so that Emerson and I can both run mini truggy.
Yeah.
Maybe
That'd
for
be cool.
the ProTech race or something.
Yeah.
Peter Renault says that they just got Firehouse Subs.
What?
Have you eaten there?
Yeah, I've eaten there.
What's the best flavor?
I always get the meatball with pepperonis on it.
Meatball with pepperonis. Okay.
Yeah, and jalapenos.
Jalapeno.
It's pretty good.
On your
Yeah.
steak.
Yeah, it's pretty high quality sandwich.
I have never eaten at Firehouse Subs.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You'd like it.
Okay.
Next time you're in Lincoln, we should go.
All right. John Haas says the brisket is fire. And nothing's better than a good Slits rock gut. I don't
I
know.
don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Oh, Schlitz?
Schlitz? Beer?
Oh, the beer?
Yeah, okay. We were talking about beer while you were going back and forth trying to get on.
Oh, yeah.
Richard and I were.
Yep.
We were trying not to have any dead air.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Peter Renault, did anyone ever go celebrate at Hooters after the race? Absolutely not.
No, it's too late anyways.
Yeah, but the Hooters here in Omaha, I'm not going to go to anymore.
We've been going to Old Chicago.
Really?
After practice on Fridays. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. I like.
Yeah, you should come.
I like Old Chicago.
Yeah, it's the one that Jamie, Scott, and I used to go to. Yeah, we've gone there. Chad Parks and I and Jackson, and then whoever else we can get to go goes to Old Chicago after practice. They're open. They have great food, great service, plenty of beer. Like it's a great experience for everybody involved. Yeah, like they have plenty of staff.
Let's see.
If anybody from Old Chicago is listening, give me a free calzone.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll put an Old Chicago sticker on my car. Kelly, sorry, yelling at my cat.
Let's see. Peter Renault. He wants to know if I built a B63 or B63D. And it was a D. It's my dirt car. I'm still running my Schumacher for carpet. I'm sticking with the Schumacher for sure. I thought I did pretty well with it last week, so I'm gonna stick with it.
Yeah.
But the new car I built is my dirt car. I wanted it for the Salt City race.
Oh yeah.
So
You're
I can
gonna
race
need that.
So I can race 40 plus.
Mm-hmm.
John Haas, thoughts on those VP Pro clay tires for the price? I'd think decent practice tire at least. And,
You want to know?
well, so I'm able to order hot race tires through our A main distributor, and I ordered a set of hot race clay compound tires because we couldn't get any gold ellipses for this one. And so I was kind of like going around. We were good on AK, we were good on Proline. We were good on we had gold barcodes and we had silver ellipses. And then I saw that A main distribution had some hot race clay compound tires that looked a lot like positrons. And so I went ahead and ordered those, and we sold them. I haven't got any feedback on how well they worked or not, but the thing about VP Pro is just getting them in the hobby store,
Right.
because they go through what's that same place as a Gamma, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically they just get sold to their team drivers in air quotes.
Isn't that the company that copied tire treads?
Yeah, all those guys copy everybody's tire treads.
Well, I meant kind of. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to get into that.
Okay, so enough of that. Mike Fuller says we run sensorless in 1/8. I don't think you ever run slow enough to need the low speed smoothness of a censored. Less chance of a failure that way.
Yeah, that's true.
I run mine without the sensor wire plugged in. So
you run yours in hybrid, don't you?
Yeah, no, I run mine completely uncensored now.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm running the Hobbywing SCT 8-scale speed controller, and its censored setup. I didn't like it. Like, I could never get it dialed into where I like it. And then I tried the hybrid thing, and the brakes were funny. And when I just went to complete sensorless setup, car's great. So I've never messed with it after that. So it's kind of like I hear that a lot. When I ran my Orion RX-8, same thing. I unplugged the sensor wire. I never did run it censored. It's just like when I had my old RX-8 speed controllers, Techno ones, I always cut the on-off switch off and just tied the wires together because I never wanted the on-off switch to break. It's always having something like that stupid thing happen. So you just avoid it. You just avoid it by being in front of it, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anson Meyer says Firehouse Subs donates a ton of their money to firefighters and EMTs in the state that the store is based in, and he also agrees with the brisket. It's great. So there, Firehouse Subs. If anybody's watching from Firehouse Subs, send us a free Firehouse sub.
Yeah, send us a free meatball sub with pepperonis on it and jalapenos. I'll eat it.
Okay, that's pretty much all the chat, and we talked about the Techno Series and all the good stuff at the start, so I think we're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're all right. Sorry about my phone.
No, you're fine.
I don't know what's going on. We just need to be like, we need to whisper that we're going to talk about gas truck, or like decide before we're on the app or something.
Right.
So it's like the FBI like shuts my phone down.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about gas truck. Don't you dare.
Oh well. Okay. I think we're good. I can't remember. Are we having a show next week?
Next week we would.
I think.
Well, what's next next Monday?
Next Monday is the 20th. So we are.
Yeah,
we're having a show. We're having a show next week, and then I think we're taking a couple weeks off.
Yeah.
Are we? Yeah, because then we got Christmas.
And then New Year's. So.
Well, yeah, the first Monday of the month or whatever.
Oh yeah, and that too. And then we're not racing until the weekend of the 9th.
Oh, there's no racing on Friday?
There's racing this Friday, yes. Oh. But after this weekend, I don't think we race again until after the new year. So
I'll have to try and make it up on Friday.
Yeah, the track will be fun. It'll be the same
I
track.
have some
So
stuff to try.
okay.
On my e-buggy, that is.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right.
Well, see you guys. Sorry about my luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. We got you on here. That's all that matters. They can hear you.
Yeah.
So
All right.
good.
Cool.
Bye.
All right,